I just stood up. A gush of blood just came out of me. Poof! Like I was just standing in a pool of blood. Like I was shocked. Before I even take two steps, the whole pee just came out. Boom! On the floor again. Hello blessed, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and this is Sandie's Joyful Space. You are welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time you are seeing my face, I say you are welcome. Please do subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, I say thank you for coming back. Yes. Today I'll be talking about things no one tells you about being a first-time mom. Like, there's some things no one tells you. You have to just find out yourself. And there are things that people tell you, but until you experience it, you get a better you get a better understanding, or you don't really see the full picture until you experience it. I don't know if you are getting me. Yeah. So yes, so that's what we're talking about. So let's just dive into it. So after having the baby, now the 4th trimester has begun. The 1st trimester is after the baby, I think, to the first 3 months. That's what is termed as the 4th trimester. So yeah, so I have been reading, like you all, trust me. I am a researcher. I dey research anything researchable. As far as that thing can be researched, me, I'll research it. So I have been reading, I have been researching all about motherhood, all about postpartum. If you trust me, I've been on the internet, Google, YouTube, everywhere. Even all about labor, delivery, like I researched everything. Trust me. Nobody's labor and delivery story is the same. Every woman experiences it differently. So yes, I'm talking about postpartum. So after I had the baby, I was happy, everything. I was so exhausted that I just slept off immediately after having the baby. It was in the night. So I slept for like 2 hours or so, 1.5 hours. And then I woke up, I wanted to pee. So immediately I stood up from my bed. As I just stood up, a gush of blood just came out of me. Poof! Like as I just stood up, I just stand up, the whole floor was bloody. Like I was just standing in a pool of blood. Like I was shocked. I was so shocked. I just screamed, nurse. I was calling on the nurses. I didn't even remember whether they would press any, because they told me if I want to call them, they told me something I can press. Me, I didn't even remember whether they press anything. I was just screaming, nurse, somebody come. I can be very dramatic. I was just screaming though. If you see the way I was screaming the word there. At this time I was still in the labor ward. They just took me to another room to like rest. They should watch over me before they transfer me to the ward. So I was just screaming, come on, nurse. So the midwife ran in and she was like, and she saw the floor. She was like, oh, relax, calm down. She told me to lie down back in bed so she could check me. So I lie down in bed. I was like, oh God, I thought like this is over. Like I thought after having the baby, like we are done. So while she was checking me, she found out that the midwife or whoever put in the, please, this video will be a lot of TMI if you are not cut out for like TMI stuff, because at least from the title you will know that this one a TMI video. So she found that the person who like put the pad in me did not put it very well. Person just put the pad and the pad have just shifted to one corner. The person didn't pack the pad well. So all the blood that was coming out after having the baby, they were not going into any pad. They were just gathering there. I don't even know where they were gathering. The pad was not soaking them. It was not entering into the pad. So while she brought out the pad was like white. Like there was no blood on the pad. So that was what caused the whole bleeding and all that. So it was not like I was bleeding. It was just that the pad was not well placed. So all the blood that was supposed to go into the pad was not going into the pad. So when I stood up, the whole came out. Poof. So she told me not to worry. So she put the pad very well. She cleaned me up and all that. So me, I've already heard that like the first pee, the first poo can be really like painful. I've read it. So after having this dramatic section, I was like, the first pee, I don't know. If I stand up again, what else will happen? But she told me not to worry. So I stood up and she helped me. And I went to pee, and it was not how I thought. It was a bit like pepperish, just a bit, but not like how I expected it. It was kind of okay. I was like, oh, good. After that, she told me that, okay, I cannot be transferred to the ward, and they think everything is fine. So that same night, they transferred me to the ward, the normal ward. I woke up in the morning like 8 a.m. I said, okay, let me go and pee. So immediately I stood up to go and pee. The urge to pee was like, it was intense. I was like, oh, let me go and pee. I just stood up from my bed again, and before I even take two steps, the whole pee just came out, boom, on the floor again. I was just standing in my pee, like I was just standing and just looking at myself like this, like everywhere. I was like, what is all this? Like just standing in the middle of the room with my pee. I don't even know if I should move forward or back. I was just standing. I was like, what kind of embarrassment is all this? Nurses were coming. I just I went to the bathroom. I cleaned myself up, and I came back, and the pee was already clean and all that. So the nurses were asking me that, okay, how do I feel and all that, and I was just telling her that, oh, I just feel slight pain and all that. She was like, okay, it's normal. So she told me that if I want to pee again and I experience this, I should let them know. I was like, okay, fine. So while I was lying there, I saw they brought the breast pump. I was like, no. They say, yes, so you have to start pumping. The baby needs milk. I'm like, person no go just breathe small, safe. Person no go just breathe small. There was a part of it that was excited, a part of it that was exhausted. Taught me how to set the pump, how to do everything. They explained to me breastfeeding a bit, even though I've read about it. I know much about breastfeeding already. So I just listened, and we set everything. No milk was coming. I was there like this, waiting. There was no milk coming, just some small thing like this. This came back. I told her nothing came. She was like, oh, it's okay. This one is okay. So she took it. I was looking at her. I was like, okay. So while I was taking my shower, I was cleaning up. I felt something swollen, like coming out from my, from the back side. Like I just felt some swollen thing. I was like, what's this? Hey, what is this? At that time, I did not even like think far. I was like, what is this? What is this one again? It was just swollen and protruding. Look at me. I've treated patients with hemorrhoids, but I've never had hemorrhoids before. So my mind did not even, I was not even ready to even imagine hemorrhoids. At that point, all what was happening to my body, I was just like blank. All my nursing experience, all my research, let me tell you, telling someone to do something, assisting someone, advising someone, treating someone is different from you experiencing it. Like you being in that shoe, you wearing the shoe is different too. Hey, that time I know that no, it is different. Very, very different. So I was like, what is this? So when I came out, I started to imagine. I was like, is it hemorrhoids? Hey. So I called the nurses, and I told them that, I feel something like at the backside. They should help me to check. So the nurse checked it, and she told me, oh yeah, it's hemorrhoids. And I'm like, okay, what more are we going to see? I thought after we pushed the baby, they all said, oh, that's over. Hemorrhoids now again. Okay. So she just applied some cream there, and she gave me the cream to be applying there. And I was like, okay, thank you. So after some time, I said, let me go and wee again. The same thing happened. Immediately I stood up from the bed. Brrr, I did it on myself again. I'm like, hey, like, no, what's going on? no, what is going on? No, I don't understand this. Yeah, I've read that sometimes due to intense pushing, it can affect the bladder. I've read situations like that, even though I've never come across it personally, but I've read about it. So I'm like, no, is this what is happening to me? Like, is this going to be some urinary incontinence issue or what? So I called the nurses. I went to clean up. They also cleaned the place up and all that. And they told me, okay, if I experience it again, I should just call on them. Then they will know what to do. So the next time I wanted to pee, so I said, okay, no, I have to find a way. I don't want this thing to become an issue. So even before the urge became intense, I just quickly stood up and went to the bathroom. So I got to the bathroom. I waited for a while. When the thing is now like intense, then I'm already in the bathroom. I just wait there. So that was how I did it. And before you know, it was like, okay. And that was how that issue like ended. It never happened again. It never occurred again. Like, I was so happy. So when we're supposed to take the baby home, you guys, I have prepared how to like do the car seat. I've read about it. I've watched videos, and I thought we are ready. So my husband brought the car seat. We put the baby in it. We have buckled it and everything. Come and see us, but it was very loose. Come and see us, so struggling to tighten it. We were there, struggling for like some minutes. Let's say 5 to 10 minutes, we were just struggling and struggling. And I told my mom, you know what? We're not getting it. Please, let's ask for help. So he was like, okay. So he went to call someone. and the person just like within a second, you just fixed it. We're just looking at ourselves like this, like that easy. It was like, oh yeah, you just have to press here, pull, and I'm like, okay. We get it. It was like, oh, it's normal, first time parents, yeah, you learn everything. There's no big deal about it. We're like, oh, thank you, and all that. So are some of the things that no one told me about being a first time mom. Like, so are some of the things that I had to experience for myself. Please comment down below, what was your experience as a first time mom? What are those things that you experienced that no one told you about? You have to like experience it yourself. Please, I would like to know. Drop it there in the comment section. And if you have watched to this point and this is the first time you are seeing my face, coming across my channel, you are welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And also for my returning subscribers, blessed people, blessed people, blessed people. Thank you for always coming back to watch your girl. Thank you. And please do not forget to subscribe to Gist with Sandie. That is my other channel. There you get all the juicy gist, all the interesting topics we dive into. Yes, don't forget to subscribe to that channel also. See you all in my next video. Bye.